Myself Sarita, biology lecturer, Government Girls Senior Secondary School, Jandiala. So today we will study the topic fertilization in humans. So first of all, we will study what is fertilization. So fertilization is the fusion of the sperm cell nucleus with the egg nucleus to form the zygote. Here the male gamete and the female gamete, which are haploid in number, they fuse together to form the zygote, which has two sets of chromosomes from both the male and the female gamete, and they will form a diploid zygote. So this process is also known as syngamy. Syngamy and fertilization, they are the same, interchangeable. So it also activates, means fertilization also activates the egg, and it starts the beginning of the embryonic development after the zygote is formed. Now fertilization in mammals, it occurs in the oviduct. So this is the female reproductive system and this is the fallopian tube. So this is the ampulla, this is the isthmus, and this is the uterine part. The fertilization takes place in the ampulla isthmus junction in the oviduct. Ova is viable, means it is living for 24 hours after the ovulation in the oviduct. Now, what are the mechanism of fertilization or the steps which are involved in the fertilization? First, it is the encounter of the spermatozoa with the ova, or we can say the approach of the sperm to the ova. Then there is capsitation and contact, that is the penetration of the sperm into the ova. Acrosomal reaction will occur, then the sperm will enter the ova. Then the fusion of the sperm with the egg will take place. This is the actual fertilization. Then there is activation of the ova and the formation of the zygote. So these are the gametes. This is the sperm. This is the head region with acrosome. This outer covering is the plasma membrane. There is nucleus inside it and there is a centriole. So this is the mitochondria and this is the tail and this is the end piece. So we can say the egg is divided into head, neck and tail. Now this is the structure of the ova, surrounded by the corona radiata. Then there is zona pellucida, internal lining, that is the vitelline membrane or the plasma membrane. Then this is the cytoplasm and the nucleus with the nucleolus. So these are the male and the female gametes. Now the first step, that is encounter of the spermatozoa and ova, or we can simply say the approach of the sperm and the ova. During the fertile phase, millions of sperms, they travel to the vagina, then to the uterus, then to the fallopian tubes in the female reproductive system of the female. Then there is chemotaxis, that is chemical substance is found in the cortex of the egg. Internal interaction is through special devices or particular forms of behavior. Now there is a need of fluid medium for the act of fertilization and delivery of the sperms to the eggs at the right time. So there are two types of fertilization. One is the external fertilization and internal fertilization. So we will study external fertilization first. It occurs outside the body of the female. For example, in case of bony fish, frog, algae, there is external fertilization. The gametes, they fuse outside the body of the female. There are increased number of eggs are produced and large number of sperms are produced. So here it is surrounded by water and the fertilization chances are less, and also there are vulnerable to predators. So this is the disadvantage. There has to be large number of eggs and large number of sperms because there are less chances of fertilization, and mostly the predators, they can destroy the zygotes or the gametes. Now the other is internal fertilization. It occurs inside the body of the female. There are few number of the eggs are produced. There is parental care and species survival is more. For example, it occurs in mammals, reptiles and birds. So in this process, several thousand sperms, they reach the egg, but only one will be able to fertilize the egg. When the sperm fuses with the egg, then it will initiate the series of chemical changes inside the egg, and it will not allow the sperms from other sperms to enter inside it. Now there is capsitation and contact. Sperm undergoes capsitation, that is further maturation, when it enters the female reproductive system. It occurs in the female reproductive part, that is the vagina. The vagina also secretes some kind of molecular changes in the sperm also occurs. Then it takes 4 to 5 hours in the humans for capsitation of the sperms. Now the next is acrosome reaction. So acrosome, which is present in the sperm, it undergoes acrosomal reaction and starts when the sperm comes in the contact of zona pellucida of the ovum. In acrosomal reaction, acrosome, that is a part of the sperm present in the head region, releases certain sperm lysins which will dissolve the egg envelope, this envelope covering it, locally and make the path of penetration of the sperm. Sperm lysins are ester proteins. The sperm lysins also contains lysing enzymes like hyaluronidase, which dissolves the hyaluronic acid polymers in the intercellular spaces which holds the granulosa cells of the corona radiata. So here this enzyme will dissolve the zona pellucida and only the one sperm nucleus and the middle piece enter the ovum and the tail will remain outside. So in humans it is known as monospermy. Monospermy. So this is a diagram of acrosomal reaction. So here these are the enzymes which is present in the head region of the sperm. Now the next step is the fusion of the sperm and the egg. The male nucleus enters the egg cytoplasm and becomes the pronucleus. As a result, the sperm fusing with the egg plasmalemma, oocyte nucleus, which is at the metaphase of the second mitotic division. So the egg will undergo meiotic division and it will give rise to polar body and egg nucleus. Now following the second meiotic division, now the nucleus of the ovum become the female pronucleus. So haploid male and female pronuclei, they move towards one another and they fuse with one another to form the diploid nucleus of the zygote. Zygote will now proceed to undergo cleavage. The next steps will be the cleavage. Now there will be activation of the ovum when the sperm has entered. Series of morphological and physiological changes will occur in the egg in response to the fusion of the sperm with the nucleus. That means there will be changes inside the egg. So release of calcium stored in the endoplasmic reticulum of the egg. This will be the first step. Then there will be the cortical reaction. So cortical granules, they will rupture and they will release calcium ions, and the content of the granules, means the cortical granules, is released in the perivitelline space and it will cause the hardening of this perivitelline space. As a result, it will not allow other sperms to enter the egg. So it will prevent polyspermy. Now this is a diagram which shows how the sperm enters the ova. So first step, number 1, the sperm approaches the egg. Now there will be acrosomal reaction. The sperm will enter the egg jelly coat. Then, so this was the first, this is the second step, and this is the third. Proteins of the sperm head bind to the receptors of the egg. Here the plasma membrane of the sperm and egg will fuse. The sperm nucleus, it will enter the cytoplasm of the egg. Tail will remain outside. So after that, a fertilization membrane formed by the cortical granules, it will be formed to avoid polyspermy. So here the sperm nucleus, this one, and the egg nucleus, they will fuse and they will form the zygote nucleus. The haploid set of chromosomes, they will become diploid. Then there is a fusion of the egg nucleus and the sperm nucleus. Now here is a diagram of early 12 hours after fertilization. There are the two bundles of the genetic material, that is the two pronuclei, one from each parent, that means male gamete as well as the female gamete. They are shown here. By 18 or 20 hours after fertilization, pronuclei fuse and they start out of two cells and they become one celled, that is the zygote. Now the next is the embryonic developments. The multicellular organism, in the early stages of development, they will undergo cleavage. So first of all, what is cleavage? Rapid mitotic divisions of the zygote to form a hollow spherical multicellular developmental stage called blastula will be formed. So here first, this multicellular organism in the early stages of development will form two cells, then 4 cells, then 8 cells. Now the process which will be involved here in the formation of the embryo will be cleavage, then growth, then differentiation. So cleavage I have discussed just now. So after fertilization, the zygote undergoes cleavage, that is the divisions in the oviduct. So here this is ova, this is the fertilized ova, zygote is formed, 2-celled, then 4-celled, then 8-celled. Then the early 4-celled, 8-celled to 16-celled stage. Here is the diagram. So then there is a fertilized egg, 2-celled stage, 4-celled stage, then 8-celled stage to 16-celled stage. It is known as morula. So the morula will move forward. So morula, we can simply say that it is a bowl, solid bowl of cells like that of mulberry, little mulberry. Morula is 16 to 32 celled stage and reaches the uterus after 72 hours after fertilization, or we can say on the 4th day it will enter the uterus. So it is still surrounded by the zona pellucida. Then it will form the blastula, which is a hollow ball of cells with a cavity inside it, that will be known as blastocyst. Cells will begin to grow and they will become more dividing. So again, this is the diagram. Fertilization occurs 2-celled, 4 stage, then morula, then there is inner cell mass surrounded by this trophoblast or trophoblast, which draws the nutritive material secreted by the uterine endometrium glands. Then there is a fluid inside it that is known as blastocele. And this is the blastula. Then the next, it will be embedded in the uterus. The process of attachment of the blastocyst on the endometrium of the uterus, that will be known as implantation. Though the implantation may occur at any period between the 6th to 10th day after the fertilization, but it generally occurs on the 7th day after fertilization. So here the development of the embryo will start. There will be formation of placenta between the embryo and the mother. So then there will be gastrulation, the formation of the gastrula. So what is gastrula or gastrulation? It is the process by which the blastocyst is changed into gastrula larva. There will be formation of 3 primary germ layers in the gastrula. So these are the differentiation steps which are taking place in the embryo while it is developing. So differentiation, we can say here, the changing of unspecialized embryonic cells into a specialized cells. Earlier they are not specialized, but they become specialized cells, tissues and organs of a multicellular animal. That process is known as differentiation. So there will be formation of the 3 germ layers, that will be ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. So what will ectoderm? That will be the outer layer form. The outer layer will form the nervous system, including the brain, spinal cord and nerves, epidermal glands, hair, conjunctiva lens, retina, internal ear, foregut, hindgut, nostrils, anus, mouth, epidermal skin, sweat glands, hair, nails, they will be formed from the ectoderm. Now the middle layer, that will form the mesoderm. It will form the muscles, connective tissue, dermis of the skin, bones, cartilage also, reproductive system, excretory system. Inner layers of skin will be formed from the mesoderm. Also gonads, adrenal cortex, circulatory system, they will be also formed from the mesoderm. Now the endoderm, the third layer, inner layer of the germ layers. It will form the lining of the digestive tract, lining of the trachea, bronchi and lungs. Liver will be formed from it, pancreas will be formed, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus, urinary bladder and midgut, that will be formed from the endoderm. So then there will be later stages of the fetal development, and finally after parturition the child will be liberated. So this completes the fertilization in humans. Thank you.